down, or?
Is it okay if we just do it during public comments?
That's fine.
Okay.
I couldn't remember if I was supposed to add you or not.
I think I changed my mind a couple times.
Does anybody have any addition to the
Yeah, I want to
agenda?
add the debater bid to the agenda and new business after server bids.
Anything further?
I'd like to add a short executive session at the end of the meeting. We won't make any decisions afterward. Just want to inform you guys on the non-elected personnel in the meeting we had with them the other day.
Okay.
What were you looking at? Just at the end. on
After
the mayor
council.
concerns and so on.
Okay.
If there's anything else?
I will move to approve the agenda with those additions.
A second.
Okay, motion by Jason to adopt the agenda with those additions, seconded by Joe. All in favor? Unanimous? I had a couple things on the minutes for 3 nights. For February 23rd. I would like to take Isla Rose's phone number out of the minutes because those will be preserved in memoriam in the newspaper. So we're not going to do that. They can call here and get that phone number from Becky directly if they need to, if they're wanting to volunteer for the fishing clinic. I think Clay's exit off the phone needs to be recorded. That was the only thing. And I wrote down the times on my other paper, so I'll give her those times. But she does have you coming back into the meeting already, so that's good. And then
Everybody had a chance to review. Well, you read it.
yeah, I'm making changes.
Oh, still?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm not done.
excuse me. Okay.
Page 2, the 67 Lakeview Circle. It says altered so the 2 would equal 20 by 20, but I think, isn't that supposed to be our dimensions, 20 by 24? I just want to make sure that's
Yes.
correct.
That's the way I understand it.
So that needs to be changed to 20 by 24. And then page 3, almost at the bottom, right above where Clay motion to approve payment, it says payday thinks the thing to do is get the employee to get this issue resolved. I think you said get with the employee. It's not a massive thing, but
Where
it
are
does
you
kind of
at
change.
now? Right.
Page 3, almost at the
Oh.
bottom. So, I mean, you said it, so does that sound right?
Talk to city employees about time.
No, it says,
Bills just has enough accumulated money.
where are you at?
Okay, I get you. We're up quite a bit higher.
Okay. Anyway, it just says payday thinks the thing to do is get the employee to get this issue resolved.
That's exactly what I said.
That sentence, or is it get with the employee? I thought you said get with them.
Well, probably both, but
Okay. At least it doesn't change it that much either way.
yeah.
I think typically on the blighted properties, don't we just use the address when we're discussing them? I think in minutes.
Yes.
So I was just gonna remove Akerstrom's name from that on the last page.
Yeah, when I write them up, I usually just use their addresses.
I think we typically do that across the board.
I think we've done it both ways.
Have we? Okay.
Mhm.
And I just thought there was quite a bit more conversation on the water tower fence, but I suppose we don't need it.
I just had something with as far as the insurance and paying the extra for the employee. I don't think we had a reason why we were in such a crunch is because we didn't get the information prior to,
Actually,
which
it's in there.
showed to me.
Had to be in by 3/6. It's in the meeting.
I-
thought I read it.
Has
in
my
there,
quote, basically. Hold on.
Read it to me.
but somewhere.
It's not in the resume, it's in the earlier portion.
I seen that somewhere.
That, okay, under new city business, that paragraph that begins, there is an increase of 6.5%. It says, the policy needs to be renewed tonight as it is due. So just to clarify, the one employee, yes, it was turned in on time. I had forgotten to bring it up last meeting, which is what I said.
As long as it gives that reason so that it can be read.
As it's my fault that it was late, yes, it's in there.
Which is why.
Did
we
you
had
want
to
that stuff
pay
about the
that
fence
extra.
where you said the contractor was just trying to charge us a high amount, or that it wasn't done well in the first place?
Sure,
You wanna
I
add that
said
back
it,
in?
put it in.
I move to approve the minutes with those changes.
Do we have a second, or did anybody else have anything? Is
Second.
that payday?
Yes.
Okay, motion by Jason to approve with those additions, seconded by Payday. All in favor? Okay, unanimous.
This Whitaker Plumbing, 107 Locust, I'm assuming that was on our side of the,
Yeah, I don't think we would,
um,
I didn't know. Maybe that's missing from here too.
the tap, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
I don't know that off the top of my head.
It's the additional one on there, so I'm assuming that's what it is.
Do we not have a treasurer's report?
We will. Next week is when Kelly will start working.
How long can we go without having a running the city without a treasurer's report before we're in violation? Do we know that?
Our clerk has
Because this
always
is like
stepped in to provide that
meeting
previously.
4 or 5 that we haven't had a treasurer's report to know anything that's been going on. And I just want that documented.
Okay.
While we're talking appropriation ordinance, this is the first one that I can recall that we put a total on there. We don't, I don't see a reason to put a total on the piece of paper. We have the total on the actual.
Did anybody reach out to Becky for that? I had called Becky and asked her about that, and she said that she added it because looking through minutes with Alma and stuff, they include that in there. So,
Okay.
um,
It'd be nice to make a council decision on it, just to,
well, and we
I
can.
don't
I was
I'm not
just going
necessarily
to
against
explain
it,
why
yeah.
it was on there.
okay,
So the
Since it
total
was
here
asked.
says 33,522. This says 34,487.
because they added the Whitaker.
Oh,
plumbing.
okay.
Which
Well,
goes,
actually,
frankly, goes to my point there that it just, I don't see that it's needed. If you want to,
Are you talking about on the agenda, Clay?
correct.
Oh, yeah, I get you. Yeah.
actually, that's not
Yeah, that would be.
enough.
Do you, I mean, I'll be happy to make a motion if you want it, or you tell me how, but I don't think it's appropriate to be on there. Never has been before.
I don't think it's a matter of appropriateness. I think it's a matter of what we prefer. And I'm fine with taking it off. Just wanted to clarify.
Really, if it's gonna be different from time to time, I don't see the point of putting it on there.
Yeah, I mean, gonna change between the meeting and the final. This actually is not lining up. The difference anyway, so I don't know what else has been from the agenda to the
I move we
appropriation.
approve appropriation ordinance 1541.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion by Payday, seconded by Jason to approve appropriation ordinance 1541. This is a roll call vote. Joe,
Yes.
Payday,
Yes.
Brett,
Yes.
Jason,
Yes.
Clay.
Yes.
Just to be clear, because nobody on camera knows, our clerk is still here. She is ill, so she's sitting in another room listening to us on the camera. So she is hearing everything and recording. She just doesn't want to share. So, okay. At this time, I'm going to open the floor to public concerns or comments. I don't think I have any announcements or events happening soon. Does anybody else have anything before we open the floor? Okay, all right. Public concerns and comments. Thank you.
Hi guys,
Hello.
I'm here on behalf of Envision Eskridge tonight. So we as a committee are applying for a grant. It's through the Kansas Commerce Department, but Kansas Communities of Empowerment. Kim Davis did all the work to get us into the excellence tier, which was just a lot of paperwork and stuff. But because of that, we can apply for a couple of brand new grants, and this one's called the Impact Grant. The great thing is we'll be up only against the other 32 communities in Kansas that have reached that level, that excellence level. So you might have got an email, you might not have, but what we are working on is brand new Christmas decorations for downtown. Y'all want to donate? You can. So you guys can't see this at all, but we have kind of chosen snowflakes because our goal is to leave them up a little longer than Christmas. That's just me being selfish about lighting Main Street. And across from that is a 7-foot banner. So these are 6-foot snowflakes and 7-foot banners. The banners say, City of Eskridge wishes you happy holidays. On top of that, we've already purchased flower pots for this spring and summer. We'll take the flowers out and put artificial trees in each one of those that are lit. So those are part of this grant. And then we're getting a 17-foot tree of lights, which is basically a pole with the strands of lights. We would love to put that on the top of this building. I don't know how wind works around here. So our optional location would be the fire station grass, just kind of at the end of Main Street like that. So that's what you guys agreed to give $2,000 for last time. So we greatly appreciate it. The grant is due March 31st, and we'll find out May 1st whether we got it or not. So just so you can kind of tell another piece of that grant, and you guys probably know this, but this is one of our 10 street poles. The electrical box is at the top. So a part of what we're putting into this grant, we're asking for $8,000, $4,000 in volunteer hour match, and then $4,000 from you guys and us. So that's $16,000 total. And part of that includes moving these electrical boxes down to a reasonable location. So that's the supplies to do that, the city crew to do that. We would need to ask the city guys to do that for us. I think we've talked to Mike just as a committee, but not, I mean, that would be your approval on that.
Mm-hmm.
So moving those electrical boxes down so that these snowflakes could be lit and not have to call Evergy every year to do it. I mean, that's why we call them now, because we can't reach them.
So we'd be able to do that since we have to call Evergy every year because they can't reach it. They now can reach it to be able to
Yes,
move it
yeah,
up.
we'll just move those boxes way down to within range. And so then we'd be able to light Main Street, hoping if we get this grant to have a big grand lighting ceremony. So like maybe right before Thanksgiving, so light the whole Main Street and then leave them up, like I said, through most of January. So the goal further on, I'm just talking for you, Kim, I don't know. The goal further on from that point would be to get banners that then could be used for 4th of July or the historic Labor Day rodeo, or, you know, and once we have everything in place and lower, we can, and the brackets, this would include the brackets too. So anyway, just an update. Hope you guys like the designs we picked.
Yes.
Snowflakes are a personal favorite. So. All right, that's it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other public concerns or comments? It's not on the agenda. Okay, moving on. Sally Davis, public officer.
All right, you guys, Cindy, 19 Barrett, what I sent you, I guess, is different what he told you guys, everybody on Sunday. So he's going back to the straight corner, not the angle, and wants the road moved.
So it's gonna cost us money to be able to do this for people now? Is that what
Well,
you're
the
saying?
way I look at this is two different separate issues, so we need to decide on the deck. And you guys then need to discuss what you want to do about the road.
Oh, back up a little bit, sorry. So we're talking about that 19 North Shore Circle.
No, 19. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I said 19 barracks.
And what are they asking? I did not know we had a
Chad
church.
gave me a new permit and said we were cutting the corner off. Brian and I met. That's what we talked. Now, Cindy and Paydays told me that Brian said as of Sunday, no, we're going straight.
Okay, Cindy's here, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
and she
He
confirmed
wants
that.
to go straight,
So,
if it can be done.
The issue is the road
Right.
doesn't run
Right.
straight. It
Yeah.
angles
Curve.
towards that. Personally, I don't see a problem. There needs to be some gravel out there anyway. In
So we're
areas,
talking about adjusting our road out
just needs a little more gravel off to what I would call the east side
the
of
other
it
side. That edge.
to make it, to straighten it out.
I would say that it's more than just a little bit more gravel.
I mean, because the way Brian was
And
talking to me,
the
by
decision
the
without having a cost for that, I think is a little premature.
Well, they keep
Well-
cutting the corner, they keep cutting the corner and they're in our yard anyway. You know, so I don't know, I mean, you know, I'm okay either way, but the road is close.
It is
And
close.
and it
Yes.
shouldn't be that close, I mean, you can tell. it's
The walls on
wide.
the opposite side have a tree to
mean-
block,
Right,
so.
and it's wider.
I think if you do move that road over, if you do it, not have it a curve, make it so they kind of slow down to make a turn. Brian had a name. Do you remember what he called it? When they don't, it's not quite a curve, but it's not a turn. I can't remember what he called it.
I think they call it intersection.
No, he had a different name. I wanted to say shank, but I know that's not
I mean,
right.
if
But it
anything to
just
slow,
slows them.
slow traffic down would be, I mean, I think around there's good. So
Yeah,
even if it was a sharper turn. Brian did state when he called me, said that, he would have Boone go out there with his skid steer and do the work himself.
I mean,
So-
we do need to put a new culvert in because one of them it's a plastic tube.
Is this a situation where the gravel is migrated closer to the property than it
No, I
initially
can tell
was?
you right
or-
now, and I'm kind of glad Mr. Dieters is here because he can help me explain to you. You know where I'm talking about, Bruce? Out at the barracks on the very far east, that curve that goes around on the east side. We very seldom ever went that way. But you know where it's hardly big enough for a trash truck to make that corner. There's no way even LWID could do that without running over this culvert. And I've got pictures of it. But that's how narrow that road is. You can see, so it doesn't have anything to do with the gravel. It just, but before they do anything, adding more gravel, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, Ann.
I didn't realize there was two in there.
I think we need, because that's just clogging up and that's why the water sets right in that area. But
Heard there's been a family of skunks coming in and out of that.
you're gonna have that every culvert. I'm
Well,
sorry,
right,
Joe.
but if it was a little bigger,
Uh,
It'd be a bigger family.
Well, it could be, but,
Roomier.
I mean, you're gonna have that. There's the only way to stop that is to put or some kind of cover over it, but
Right.
that's gonna, leaves are gonna catch into it and,
Yeah.
but yeah, you're gonna have that issue nowhere. I have them out of my house,
Yeah.
so there ain't a whole lot you can do about that. But
So what's the cost estimate for all of this extra work for this? Do we have a cost?
no, you
It'd
guys
just
need
be
to
a matter of
decide.
hauling some gravel out there and they'll take care of it after that. All we got to take it out there and dump it, Brett. I can't answer.
I
you.
understand that explanation, but I mean, I have a hard time approving something when we don't know what it's gonna cost us. And if it gets into something, I mean, we've done this before. It's just not good practice to do that, in my opinion.
I mean,
I'm
we
sorry,
can find that
nobody
out, but
personally
I
would do
just,
that without knowing what the cost is.
Well,
So we shouldn't either when
There's
it's
plenty of
taxpayer
gravel
money.
out there at the end of the barracks middle drive from when we got all that snow and it just got plowed down there.
yeah.
well,
So-
here's the deal.
Again, should never have happened.
Well, that's
Here-
normal wear and tear for snow removal. That's
This
not
is
something you can
something
control.
actually you guys can decide later. We just need to figure out Cindy's doc.
I'd like to address this. Here's the deal in a nutshell. We got stuff out there that we need to take care of. Here a while back, we had hauled some gravel out there to fill potholes that the dam needed to be done. We done it. It wasn't an issue. Hauling little gravel out there to kind of improve relations with people seems to me like the thing to do. I mean, it's not like they're asking for a major thing.
Hmm.
And improving relations as much as you can improve them is to me the right thing to do.
How does this culvert come into play for that?
I don't know how the culvert got in there. I was just talking about the gravel.
Right.
I think he's saying, are we needing to
Do
pull that out
we have to
first?
move a culvert to move the gravel?
Yes. Right, Sally?
Yes.
So
So-
we can't just, I'm not necessarily opposed to this plan, but we can't dump the gravel because we'll be filling in the end of a culvert that's already having issues.
I mean, if you
So
cut
that's why I don't know exactly where it sits. I want to go look at it.
what do you
Unless we're
say?
about to have asphalt and potentially, hopefully, maybe do some asphalt. Sorry, Sally, to cut you off. To do some asphalt, so we can do it all at the same time. I just would rather have a price tag to it for the culvert and the gravel, and then the asphalt because I've called to got that. I haven't got that. That's why it's not on the agenda.
As far as the gravel goes, I graveled a whole city block alley for less than $700.
Cindy, that culvert, the entrance to that
It doesn't
culvert is on your side of the road, right?
This
Yes, I mean,
Right,
it goes under the.
It goes under the road from your,
Well, yeah, but it's down, it's
Structure.
right on the corner.
yeah, but I mean, it's flowing away from you, not towards you. So we put the gravel the other way.
The thing you're gonna have to do here at the
No,
other,
I understand that.
this is the other side.
No, I understand that. The issue is that's not a really very good culvert anyway.
Right, that's what I'm thinking,
It's a
and
piece
that's
of
what,
PVC pipe.
It's always swampy over there
yeah.
when we get a big rain. It's
Yeah.
always that way at my Rutledge.
But-
So
If we move the road, then we definitely gotta move that too, is what I'm saying. If we just go in there and put gravel in,
No, I understand what
you
you're
know,
saying, yeah.
and then, I mean, if we just put gravel on this side and then go east and then put, move the road, be fine, but I don't know how long that's gonna last, cause that's pretty brittle. That's my concern too. And then it collapses and then she's just gonna be underwater.
And this
Don't look
is
like-
an issue that I brought up many times to try to get fixed because the entire front of that barrack of Bowers and next to it with Merritt completely fills into like a pond. And they've been dealing with it for years
Yeah.
because I brought it up multiple times.
I'm curious why you would stop it now if we were.
I'm not wanting to stop it. I'm wanting to have a price tag for it so we know what we're
Yeah.
spending before we're doing it. And I don't think that's unreasonable.
Okay, Brett, to answer your question, I brought this to you guys because I don't know what the next steps are. This is something you guys have to decide whether we're gonna get it and where we're gonna go from there.
I'm on the same page with
Okay.
you. I'm
All
just
right.
saying.
No, I understand what you're saying.
And I do too. So, I mean, this is something,
I think we need to look into it then and find out how much it's gonna cost so we can have that informed decision and bring it
I think so
to
too.
council.
I'm also not opposed to this at all, but I'm with Brett on this one. I think we should have a number.
I mean, you
That way
guys.
we just know what we're spending.
Like I said,
And I
hopefully
wanna
maybe
fix the
it can
culvert.
be
What about
asphalted.
the deck then?
Yeah, so that's what I
So
need.
now the next question is, do we want to start work on a deck when we are about to rip out a culvert and we're going to be working right next to the deck? Do you?
The culvert's not right next.
How? Okay,
No,
so that's
no,
that's my other problem. Is I don't know where all of this stuff is.
No,
Yeah.
here, look at the pictures I gave you. No, of hers. I guess I don't have that one.
Nope.
But I can tell you, give you an idea from this picture.
Okay.
Okay, this is where the steps are.
Yeah.
This culvert's way over here. It's
it's
like here's the
back
corner of the
that way.
house. It's back that way.
Okay.
So where they're gonna put the deck is not gonna be close enough to the culvert.
And to be clear, we did approve a deck of this size previously, correct?
We have approved one, which I thought there were setbacks. We cannot find any. That one got slipped in, and I think this one is kind of going because one was it's going to be a trickle down effect with everybody at the barracks now. They're going to want to extend there.
No,
No, but
it's
it is
not.
extending out more than the rest of them that are all in the line everywhere else.
I think,
What do you mean,
is
the
it a little,
front? You talking about the front of it, where it's coming out here on the front? It's almost in line with the steps of the one to the north.
I was out there with you. I eyeballed it. I know exactly where it's at.
the line's on here, it shows you. I can see it. It's on the steps. I think probably the lack of the setback might be because this isn't technically just road easement, because it's all our property.
I believe you're correct.
So it's probably one of those things that was just formed with time and it doesn't actually have kind of the proper rules applied to it.
It's just
They're
where
not
it is
full-size
because it's where it is.
Right,
That's what
exactly.
it boils down.
So I doubt there was any kind of setback set up. It's not actually an official road, I'm
It's
sure.
not a county road. I'm sure.
Not even city kind of rules.
So basically, you're just extending the deck 4 feet out, give or take.
Yes.
And there's nothing that we can do because I've looked for it. Sally's looked for it. We can't find any restrictions. There are restrictions to the barracks as far as what you can add on for a bathroom and stuff. I think after this, we need to make sure that there is some set of rules and guidelines, so that something is followed.
I mean, Becky's even looked,
To simplify.
and we can't. Yeah, all three of us have looked for it and we can't find anything.
Because the one that's done already is a little over the top, in my opinion, for the barrack and what we already allow for an extension for a bathroom anyway.
But them bathrooms are in between them, aren't they? That's the guidelines between the barracks, I think, Brett, if I remember right.
I don't believe that this gives you what side you have to put it on or not.
I think it's.
think all
Most
of them
people put it on, they're not gonna go on the side where the view of the lake is, obviously, because that would be giving up.
No, I'm just talking about when they add on a bathroom, that they gave them so much room between the barracks on each one, I think.
Right,
used to
5
be
by
in
10,
there. I don't
believe,
know
or
whether it
something
still
around
is
that.
now
I
or
mean, it's
not.
nothing
Yeah,
huge.
probably never was anything on the front side, and that's what you're talking about.
Right.
Yeah.
Which I think that we should set something for that.
So do we want to make a motion on the
I
deck currently?
move that we approve the structure permit for City of Rutledge
With the corner.
with the,
Because technically I have two permits
Oh.
now.
without the corner cut off. That's it.
Second.
Okay, motion by Joe, seconded by Clay to approve the original, I think, right?
Correct.
Building permit, let's do that. For 19 North Shore Circle. All in favor? Unanimous? And then Sally,
Okay, I
you'll
got some reports here.
talk to the
Guys, on the last
Sally.
minute,
Sorry,
I'm sorry.
you'll talk to the guys about. I guess I'm
Oh,
quiet today. I guess you'll talk to the guys about gravel and a culvert bid for us, or do you want me to do that?
with Mike and Tim?
Hmm?
With what
Yeah,
guys? Yes.
they can do
I'll
that
get
for
with
us.
Mike.
Okay,
I can do that. No,
sorry. Go ahead.
no, you're fine. Okay, the minutes, guys, from February 9th, when I got these to send to somebody, there's been, on my part, at 282 Ponderosa, when there was also a question picture that brought up there might be another small patio, that should be a retaining wall. We were questioning 2 retaining walls, not a small patio.
So these are the minutes we've
So,
already approved. So
I
think
don't-
we need
yeah,
to probably
so
make a motion to adjust.
I don't know how, yeah. Because those probably need to be corrected. I've got it right here if you guys want to see
No, I
it.
know what you're talking about. I remember seeing it in there.
Yeah, it should have
Yeah.
been, said retain, and I went back and listened to make sure that that's what was exactly what we were talking about, and it was 2 retaining walls, not a patio.
We will have to reprint those in the paper, right?
I think
Yeah,
can we just do we have to do the
I
entire,
think we do.
or can we do like
Can we do
like
it?
a
I would love to
correction?
do a
I think a correction.
but I don't know if we're allowed
I'll
to
see.
do
I'll
that.
see if we can.
Okay.
Okay,
So do we need a motion to accept
Yeah.
that correction?
I'll move to accept the correction because that's what you and I looked at, right?
I'll second that.
Yes, yes.
And then we just need to find out if we have to, if we can print only a corrected section or if we have to reprint the whole thing.
Okay,
I don't know either.
thank you. You ready for me to move on?
Nope. I gotta do a vote. Hold on. Okay. Brett made the motion and Jason, you second? Okay. Motion by Brett, second by Jason to make that alteration to the February 9th minutes, changing, what was it?
Small patio.
Small patio
2
to
retaining wall.
retaining wall.
Yeah.
All in favor? Unanimous.
Okay. 306 Second Avenue, Brett Ankerson. It's got the yard cleaned up. I heard that it took a couple dumpsters for him. Well, a couple 6 yards, wasn't it, Bruce? You told me to get all the stuff out of there. I thank Bruce and Mary Exodus for getting those over here and getting those out of there for us. So that's it, guys, for me.
I think, don't we still have an open resolution with 306 or? Because if we're satisfied. I
Yeah,
think
we just keep extending it so we can, do we want to close it now?
Yeah, is it satisfactory? Do you think?
Yeah, I'm happy with what they've got. They got the stuff out of the front, and that's what the issue was, is they had it all piled up out in front on the sidewalk.
Okay.
Hey, Payday, you've been by there. What do you
Yeah,
think?
the trash is all gone.
I
From the
think.
front.
Except for the
there's-
house, the trash is still there. I mean, the
Yeah.
house is still there. Excuse me.
The only thing I noticed, there was a couple tires and batteries out there, but
Anything with that?
I don't think so. Was there any, what were you just saying?
I said the only thing I seen out there was a battery and a tire that was still out there, but I'll get with Brett and see about what we need to do getting those, because those can't go in.
Dumpster.
Yeah,
I know batteries and I think tires can be recycled at park stores or some shops. There's one right there.
So, parts stores won't take tires, they'll take oil and batteries.
Batteries.
In fact, parts stores will give you a $10 gift card for batteries. However, I just wasn't tires. I have tire cutters that come to my house, so I want them.
Here we go.
Well,
all
do you
right.
guys want more time to look at it first and then we can close it next meeting?
Probably be a good idea back to the water end or something, or at least down the alley.
Okay.
See what's going on back there.
On the backside.
Now I'm gonna take some more pictures too.
All right.
Address 306.
Second Ave. You should know it. Okay, you're done, Sally.
Yep, I'm done.
All right, new city business is the Exodus contract. I know you said Bruce is here. Is the contract going to change? I know she gave us the 2020. I'm sorry, you're both here. I didn't mean to ignore you at all. We have the 2023 version. I just didn't know if the new contract was changing at all, or if you guys want to come up and
Yeah, I'll
talk to us about it.
So, there's a couple of small things, 2023. 3 years ago, we took our names out of it. We're now incorporated. So we removed that at the top and adjusted all of the dates on here. Other than that, we added President's Day in place of Veterans Day. Not because we don't want to support veterans, it's because we needed a day off in the winter for our guys. We needed some time to recoup. And so we started taking that one. Not only that, it falls on a Monday every year. Veterans Day bounces, makes it difficult. We would like to go to 18 and a quarter per month. The additional,
I was gonna ask you about that.
Mhm.
Okay.
The additional cart is still $3 a month. The containers are still at 75. That hasn't changed. Yeah, I think that's the only thing really changed in there.
I didn't read the whole thing. Is there anything in there about a fuel adjustment cost?
There is. It
Okay.
says here. You want to tell them, Bruce?
Here, hold on.
If there's a.
We never have charged them or.
We never have.
The reason I ask is Eskridge is supposed to,
Yeah.
they're projected to close at $121 today.
Exactly. So there is a.
Fuel for the month, so.
Yeah.
For next month's bill.
All right. So I could find it right up. I know it's in here. It says basically that, we're reserving the right to. I'm sorry. You don't have to.
Yeah, I figured you should have it in there somewhere. If you don't, that's the reason I was asking. But my question is, as it relates to that is how much we would have to adjust ours to somewhere along the
Right.
line. So we need, at least a few days notice to get it on the bill.
Okay, here it is.
Yeah.
It's page 3 on A. It says down towards the bottom, in the event that the landfill and or fuel expenses should significantly increase or decrease, the contractor and or city may request renegotiation of rates within the contractual period. Significantly is really kind of vague.
Yeah.
We're gonna try and hold to the contracts as much as we can. We don't like to make changes. We want things even keel. We'll have to eat some rise, and we're hopeful that it'll come back down again. We're not going to jump on board and come back every 30 days and ask for a change.
No, I understand that and appreciate it too.
We're just hopeful this will be.
Everybody out here's got a long drive too.
Yeah.
To work.
Yeah.
Everybody's paying fuel price. So.
We'll do what we can.
Lake, excuse me, campground rate is still 17.
It also goes to 18 and a quarter. So does the water plant.
But that's the only increase is that 18 and a quarter.
Yeah.
So the $3
That stays the same.
same, and then 75 same.
Mhm, right. Basically your carts, that's what not the additional, but anybody has one cart, that would be that rate.
This is the base rate in town. So.
Yeah.
We talked about tires earlier. One thing you can do to dispose of tires, if you feel like you don't want to get hurt, is cut the sidewalls out, and then they can go in the trash. They just don't want them to hold methane in the landfills. I don't know why they're worried about not holding methane, but they're so worried about getting in the atmosphere. They don't want it.
Those cows are dangerous.
So 100 years from now, when they build a house on it, it won't come in the basement.
I guess so.
Do you guys have any other questions?
Now I move we approve the contract with Exodus.
Second.
Okay, motion by Payday, seconded by Joe to approve the new 3-year contract for Exodus. What? Yeah, Exodus. Thought I was making up names for a second. All in favor? Unanimous?
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Copy.
Thanks, guys.
Okay.
We'll sign one and then,
And there's the second one there. And the new rates are on May 1st? Yeah. Okay.
I'll give that to Becky. Is she out there on that?
She's just out if you go left when you.
I'm gonna give her the insurance updated.
It's just like triple what we get from those who pay.
Awesome. Has everything been okay with the service?
Just say it. Be not in the framework.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
If you
You
let
pick
us
up way
know.
more than you should at my house, for sure.
No, you guys do a good job.
Yeah,
Appreciate
thank you
it.
so much.
Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. Thank you very much.
All right. Yeah, thanks guys, thanks for
See you
coming
in a few
in.
years. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let us know if you need anything.
Okay. All right. All right, next on the agenda is server bids. Our server is currently at 10 years. We have talked about this previously in council, but the biggest concern for me right now is that if you watch any kind of tech news, servers are about to be very scarce, and ours is at the end of its lifeline. So the data centers for AI and cryptocurrency are kind of blowing up all over the place. So what's happening is a lot of these companies are contracting with hard drive providers and other various parts I couldn't even tell you, and they're dropping their consumer side completely. So it's causing their rates to skyrocket, like a lot like what we saw with COVID construction rates. And you can see that in the Dell proposal. That was literally Chris Colligan put the bid in. It was about $10,000. And in that time, it dropped his bid, and 10 minutes later, it gave him a bid of $23,000. So it, in the middle of him doing it, changed.
10
He
to
did
23.
10 to 23. Dell's already starting to see some issues with supply because they're a bigger company. These other ones, Chris doesn't have experience with, and this is just cost of hardware and shipping. So none of this is with additional fees. This is flat rate. But yeah, I think Synology is what he proposed because it is the cheapest option. He says, I don't think at this point we can even rebuild because of the scarcity of parts. So it is starting to get a little, this has been the last 5-6 months. They've been talking about this issue.
When you say the cheapest options, is quality and everything all
Yeah.
the same?
Yes, and it will match or slightly exceed what we have currently. So it is going to take care of the same. And I think Becky's talked to some of you about the issues she's been having with how slow the server's going now. 10 years is a long lifespan, and I don't want to spend the money either, but we have to avoid the crash, basically. If you know what a server is, it's our backup system entirely. So if that goes down, we could potentially lose information that is
Is our
essential.
system now on Windows 11 or is it run on Windows?
Yeah.
I don't know much about this.
Windows
stuff.
11,
It's
yeah.
on Windows.
Unfortunately, there isn't really much choice there. They kind of force
No,
you now.
I knew that. I just knew it was going to.
Yeah, her computer's up and going, so it's not the computer itself, it's the server. And I checked the internet. Her internet's pretty good, actually.
And our RT provider is okay with the Synology.
Yeah, he likes Synology. I think he was trying to give us some.
Does he not like ThinkMate?
I think so too. Honestly, I can't remember what he said about ThinkMate. I think he was giving me another option when we talked in person. So these bids came a month after our conversation. So. He did talk to the Dell rep, and he tried to get him a better cost, and it was only $2,000 cheaper. So did not work.
So according to this, he recommended proposal 1, which
I'm
is the
sorry.
tank mate.
I should read the paragraph.
He said the Synology one was a solid option, and he has several cities that run on that. My one question is, it says under the ThinkMate that it has unlimited VM and users, but it doesn't say that on the Synology.
Okay.
Are we at a point where we run anywhere near that concern?
Unlimited what?
Virtual machines / users.
I don't think so, but I don't know what like the upper limit would be on that.
Right. So that's why that'd be my only question. Is there a limit on the Synology one? Does that matter to us? Are we ever going to be near that limit?
I don't know. I can ask.
Because otherwise,
What, I mean,
I'm down for the less expensive option.
I don't think we would reach that, but,
Probably not.
and I think we probably, from the sounds of it, if Dell changed in as little time as they did, we need to jump in on these.
Yeah, that's what I'm a
Probably
little
should.
afraid to wait any longer. We
Like,
do.
I don't think we're going to have an issue with numbers, but it's the only one that doesn't say it's unlimited, or the only one that says it's unlimited doesn't say unlimited.
And we won't have any downtime, I'm assuming.
Well, I'm sure we'll have a little
I mean,
transfer and over, but not
2 or
excessive.
3 days or anything, maybe.
Usually when he does stuff like that, he does them after hours.
Oh, okay, all right. That'd be better, yeah.
So do you want to wait and ask him that question, or do you want to go with because I'll move to go with the Synology if everybody wants to right now.
I'm good with that.
Yep.
I don't think that we're going to run into that issue,
I don't either.
but I'll second that motion.
Sorry, I'm sorry, I can text him.
And maybe
He
it's that
watches.
we can make the decision now, and you can still ask him that
Mhm.
question, and we can also, even though we made the decision, so we can go for it when we talk to him, or you could tell him, wait, no, we want the 9.
I'm good with that. Yeah. If the limit on the Synology one would prevent us from would cause us some heartache, then I'd be okay with going up to the ThinkMate one and
Okay.
running with that.
So do you want to adjust you need to probably,
That was my motion.
Oh,
He
I'm so
adjusted,
sorry.
and I seconded with that adjustment.
okay, I thought we already had a motion, so I'm just getting confused.
We did. We just tweaked it.
Okay, so we're gonna say if it's gonna cause us an issue, we're okay going up, but
Yes.
otherwise we'll stick with it. Okay.
Yep.
All right, I have that motion to take the Synology bid unless we run into some issues with our current virtual machine load. Otherwise, the ThinkMate secondary from Brett, second by Jason, all in favor. Okay, unanimous. Let's see, the Devader bid for the sidewalk.
Sorry, Joe, you didn't answer your door for me. There it is.
You just got by.
You were the first one that I hit up. I
Oh,
hit you up twice.
you may not have wanted to come inside. I was down this way. So,
Well, I heard somebody say somebody's at the door.
I know you and I had talked about it briefly while we were looking
Right,
at the
yeah.
dog. So
So did everybody get?
Yeah, I'm assuming that don't include the bridge, right?
That does not include the bridge, just the
Here's
footer.
a
the footing.
suggestion. I just done a little legwork on this early on.
bridge?
In general,
Okay.
and it was brought to me by a previous state employee, and not one of the guys that worked out here. But have you talked to this guy?
No.
Okay. It's my understanding that he's the area dealing at that jurisdiction for that bridge. It falls under state guidelines. That's what this state employee told me. And so I got that number for him, and he's supposed to be the one. I was hoping maybe we could get them pay for it same time they come up and put that steel in. Be worth a call, Brett. You're
Okay.
doing a good job on it. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
okay.
And actually, that's a perfect segue into if you're going to call, we should call
Yeah.
the state, because you indicated that's your your preferred plan, right, is to go in front of Monty's fence. In other words, toward the
So
road.
yeah, I have most of it is my property, and then the rest of it will be Monty's. It's gonna have to be inside of my fence,
Right.
and probably outside of his fence. There's a way that we can do it, but it's gonna take longer for that. But I don't foresee there being a problem. But yes,
But yeah, that's we should get the state to bless. Yeah,
there
no
is a
problem.
line that holds the pole. So that is one question that I still haven't gotten an answer to. And you know which one I'm talking about. So
Yeah. So
this will also go through Michelle Jocko's driveway, which they stopped and did not go through last year because of Jocko obviously in and out with, we didn't want something poured and then them having to get in and out and over top of it. So that will go across her driveway this year. So she will need a letter, a reminder letter, or a courtesy letter to let her know that it's happening. He was thinking around May. He's already booked up quite a bit. So
Can I ask what you were gonna do with your fence? Since it's gonna go be on the inside of it, are you
Mhm.
just putting a hole in there somehow, or are you gonna just
yeah,
pull
I
it
mean,
back?
it's not,
It's pretty much already got a path for
yeah.
the
Okay,
sidewalk to go through.
I didn't know that.
Mhm.
I know with barbed wire, you can't necessarily just cut it and go.
And it's not barbed wire. It's actually like,
Oh, is it?
Well pipe,
yeah,
well rod, I guess.
it's well rod, and it's gonna have to be taken out at that corner for them to pass through.
Okay.
So, and I'm okay with it. So,
Will you still leave the outer portion?
yeah, for now. Eventually, it'll be taken down, but I'm not doing anything with it right now. But yes, for now, it's gonna be there. And then if I put something back, I'll put it on the opposite side, the inside.
well, yeah, that'd be my only thing is just to get the state's approval that yes, we're okay with you guys putting your sidewalk out here, because there may be a state easement piece out there, and I'm sure they're fine with it. But obviously, we'd want to know that. So
I would guess they just measure back from the center of the highway, but I don't know how much it is.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't have any idea.
So,
And there will be like 5 foot of it. It's gonna be on actual nursing home property, and I have to talk to whatever that lady's called out there to tell her, because we could stop it there, but I'm sure they're gonna want it to go to the road. So
You would think.
right, but courtesy, just want to.
Yeah, good idea.
And what was it? 24,000? I don't have it in front
Yeah.
of me. So.
And this keeps us really, really, really close to our original budget on this, doesn't it?
It does. So the original budget was like 42, maybe 43, and we cut it in half last year.
Yeah.
So, and we spent 21, 22.
I don't remember the
23.
full
Right in
number
there
now.
somewhere,
Right in there
21 something,
for
I
it.
think.
I
Yeah.
think so. Yeah, it was 21 something.
So yeah, we're at what, 45 total. So
Mhm.
we're really close. So I'm happy with that. And then yeah, if the state will pay for a bridge, that'd be
I
fabulous.
think it'd be great if they could do that, because they're gonna come in and put a handicap ramp in down on the corner and some more sidewalk, and they're gonna pay for that. So it'd
Mhm.
be a great time to have them do it.
Yeah.
If they will. I don't know how.
The worst they can do is say no.
Yeah.
If not, I have some ideas for a bridge. You did too. So if any of you have any ideas, then we can bring it to the table, because obviously once the sidewalk's done, we want to get the bridge as quickly as possible, because then they can
Can you
actually
wait till then?
use it. People are already using the sidewalk and then going out to the road across and
Yeah, that wasn't the spot to get up there either. Do you guys want to make a motion on this, or you need more information, or you're good to go?
I think we're
I
good.
moved to, moved to accept it. Oh, go ahead.
no, you were making a motion. I'll
No, I'll
say my. No, do we want to, or are we going to commit to that before we know what, if the state's going to say, yes, you can put it on our,
Oh,
that'd be my
We can
only.
approve the money, I think, and then if they throw us a hiccup, we can adjust
we can.
later, I think.
The footings for, yeah. And if they agree to do the bridge, I'm assuming that they're going to be doing the footings for it as well, which will take off
I don't know.
What, $1,600?
$1,600 off of this bid.
Yeah, and
So yeah,
if they don't, well, then we already got the footings
Mhm.
covered there. So, yeah, I don't see a problem with proving it now.
But if they didn't approve putting it on
I understand
state
what
land,
you're saying.
then we're gonna have to do something different, which is talk to Monty and say, okay, we're gonna put it on. You got to put it on your land. You know, I don't want to speak for him. I'm sure it's probably fine, but you know, we're approving something that we don't yet have the approval one way or the other for that last
But
little piece.
We're just approving it to spend it. We haven't spent it yet because it's down the road in May, at least you said.
That gives us time to ask.
No, I understand exactly what you're saying.
And I understand what he's
Yeah.
absolutely saying too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'm just saying, yeah, not committing that. Yes, we're done. We're gonna pay him $24,000, and
Well, here's
I
my
don't have any.
thought on it.
Yeah.
Clay, not to argue with you, but
Yeah.
if we don't approve it, then we're probably going to lose our place in line.
Last year it was supposed to happen in May and it ended up happening in November, December because
Yep.
we went back and we split it in half. And so it just,
Can we
Drug
try
it
to
out.
get a big jump on that bridge?
I can call tomorrow.
Because May's not very far away if they're gonna try to do something for us. So
Right.
I'd appreciate if we maybe get up.
And he'd probably be the same person to ask about that
Mhm.
section in front of Monty's.
And that is considerably smaller than the section that's going to be going through in front of the gas station and the rest. So
Yeah.
that obviously is gonna.
Oh, and then all can run.
Yeah. And so if we don't and we have to wait a bit on it, I mean, we can cut that off. And Debater will totally do that for us, but this is to approve it to get us on the
On
schedule.
schedule.
Well, gotta make a motion for that.
I move that we approve the bid for debater.
Second.
Okay, got a motion by Joe, seconded by Jason to approve the Devader bid for the sidewalk.
Oh, do I need to say the price? The bid of 24,075.
4,075. Okay, all in favor? Support, opposed? Opposed. Okay, moving on to other and continuing business, we have Josh Cott. Would you, do me a favor, come up so we can hear.
All right, so I've got several topics for you guys. First thing I'd like to say is I appreciate the council approving removal of the tree at my place. That was taken care of last weekend.
I had way more branches than I ever imagined
They,
in that pile.
We got it all taken care of, no accidents, nothing got torn up. Everything was good to go. I kept all logs and I took the brush down to the dump there. But I did want to make a comment and kind of clear up or clarity, if you will. There was a comment made at the last meeting about possible permanent parking of my fifth wheel. I just want the council to know that I do have a storage lot for that. The only time it is ever at my house is when we're loading it if we're going to take a long trip or if repairs are being made. So that takes care of that. Secondly, I wanted to clarify some things, and I got some pictures here. There's one for you there. There. Oh, I'm sorry. Pass those on down.
Thank you.
There's been some complaints. Huh? Yeah. I've got it. There's been some complaints that have been brought up about blocking of the road in front of my place. This is the time that I want to come and kind of discuss that topic. The parts that's highlighted on your sheet are the only places that have ever been blocked on my street. And it's not like they're being blocked all day and night. They're being blocked with my service truck, which is a legal traffic controlled vehicle. It has red and blue lights on it. The sheriff showed up, somebody called him on it, and he told me that I was doing nothing wrong because it is defined as a legal traffic control device. It's the same thing as if I was on a road call out on the side of the road and I had to block one lane of the highway. It's legal to do so. So with that being said, that brings me to the next question. I went to the county and applied for the conditional use permit, which allows me then to use that property and the road in front of it commercially, no different than any of the other commercial people downtown. If the city wanted to put restrictions on that, that was the time to come to the zoning board and the commissioners meeting. Somebody, official from the city, should have done so then when they sent the letters out. Nobody showed up. So therefore, they approved the permit with no restrictions. That's what that permit's for. That's why your attorney sat here and told me to go get that permit because I was driving my trucks in the alley. That's what that permit is for. It is the exact same thing as if I was to have my residential property zoned commercially. The only thing is, commercial permits can and sometimes do have expiration dates. We set mine up specifically to not because I didn't know how long this project downtown was going to take. So therefore, I'm just bringing this information to you guys. So when you are getting complaints, there isn't any, I've done everything. I've jumped through all the hoops that needed to be jumped through. I've paid my dues. I've done everything that needs to be done to use my property as it is intended to, what I'm intending to, and what I'm doing, basically. Yeah, anybody have any comments on that?
Just one. Working on vehicles in the street, you could be subject to damage in the asphalt, so you need to be sure you catch all the oil and all that type of thing.
I do, and that's part of our cleanup process.
Yeah.
The dump truck issue that was being complained about, and that's the other thing. So I don't work on vehicles in the street very often. I think I've done it twice in the 2 years that I've lived here. The only time that happens when the vehicle is large enough, I can't put it in my driveway because I've got trees and stuff in the driveway. So when they reach a certain height, I can't put them in there without damaging the vehicles. So with that being said, it doesn't happen very often. It only happens once, like I said, twice in the last 2 years that I've lived here. But I wanted to bring the point up, and that's the reason I brought you guys the pictures. It is not the only way, blocking the only way of traffic. If you're coming from this way or this way, you can go this way and go around. It's just a slight inconvenience. That's all it is. I understand some people don't like slight inconveniences, but it's not blocking the only way of travel. So
Can I,
sure.
since you had questions, I actually had one. When you were not working on the truck, was your work truck, service truck still blocking the road?
Absolutely not.
Because the first complaints I got were the day that it was there all day. And that's when I started seeing people come in, and it was multiple people. So it wasn't
It might have been
person. So like my question is, or at least my statement, I guess, is I want to be clear that if you are doing that, I don't have a problem with that. Our dad literally has a bucket truck in his driveway that he's working on right now. Mm-hmm. If you are not outside working on it, then please do move that vehicle from the road. And I know that could be if you're running inside, eat lunch, whatever. But for the night, for the evening, morning, let people get through, because there are other people that haul large equipment. I think the complaint is probably that they're hauling trailers. So turning twice is not like very enjoyable when you're trying to do that. And there is farms right outside 2-3 blocks out of town. So that's not a.
So there's never been a time that my truck has $175,000 worth of equipment and tools in it. I will not leave it in the street unattended ever. The times that they may be talking about, I may have actually been underneath the dump truck, and my truck looked like it was unattended because I'm underneath the truck working on it. I can't stand next to it and work on something at the same time. So that's the only times that I can think of that scenario would ever play out. Sally has come out several times when there's been a complaint, and by the time she got there, I was already locked up and inside for the night. So, and again, when I do have vehicles that may need to be worked on in the street, I make sure that they're unloaded as close to the curb as possible. That way people can get by when I'm not actively working on it. The other concern is there's a Yahoo or two that live down the street from me, 16, 17, 18-year-old kids that fly up and down that road. Mm-hmm. I don't want my legs poking out when I'm working on something and get my legs running.
I fully don't have a problem with you working on it.
I just wanted to come clarify. That's all. I'm not complaining. I'm not doing anything else. I just wanted to clarify so you guys understand the whole facts of the situation and what's going on and when it's going on. Aside from that, I wanted to have a little bit of defense on reasoning. So is there any other comments or questions on that topic?
I appreciate you coming in, explaining yourself, but on the other end, like, we do have a duty to talk about the complaints and report the complaints.
I agree. Okay. I just wanted to come clarify some things. That's all I'm doing.
He did call me yesterday about when he was taking the tree,
saying
he was going to have the road blocked. And I told him to do it for safety reasons so that didn't fall on anybody.
Absolutely. That's, and those
Yeah,
are
we
temporary
saw that.
moments that happen.
That's the only times that I ever block the road is when there's a safety concern for myself or somebody else. That's the only times. If there was any other way to do it, I'd do it that way. That's just the only way. When you've got a dump truck that weighs 40,000 pounds, it has to be parked in the street to be able. And that specific dump truck, I put a whole transmission in, and you know what that entails. There's time consuming. I had to take it out, send it to the shop to rebuild it, and bring it back and put it back in. There's a lengthy process to things like that. So there's times where they might sit there for a little while, but nothing's never permanent. I need to use that space for customer parking. So I try and get stuff out there as quick as possible. I was just referring to that as somebody had said the last meeting that that we had the assumption that things might be there permanent, and that I just want everybody to know that's not the case. And as far as the camper goes, I do have a storage locker over by the lake. And that's where it lives its life. So the next thing I wanted to talk about. Oh, first off, she's brought in a code compliance issue on the house next door to me. It's 204 First Street. I'm in the process of acquiring that. Just so the council knows that there's movement on that process. I've just got some paperwork. I've located the individual that owns it, and there's some health concerns with him about signing paperwork, so we've got to go through the process. But I am in the process of trying to acquire that. Let's see. Okay, so here's going to be the next topic. You guys brought this up the last couple meetings. Give that to you. If you just pass these down on the ground. You guys have already been emailed this, but I wanted to make sure it was fresh in the brains. Oops, sorry. If you would take a second and read that for me, and take note mentally. So my concern is the way that is worded specifically. You guys have asked me to clean up the stuff in the front. My attorney has advised me I cannot do that the way the wording is in this order.
It's unfortunate that our lawyer isn't here, but I think he addressed it pretty clearly when he said he knows about this.
I think the concern is what's on city property. So I believe there's something that's falling down in there. I blank it out.
The way I'm reading this, they want you to quit tearing it down. They've holded the demolition permit. Is that right?
So that's the way it's interpreted, but that's not the way it's worded. It says any cleaning or removing anything from your property is the way it's worded.
The sidewalk.
But the sidewalk's not your property.
I agree. I can take care of that part, but there was trees mentioned and debris inside there that had been mentioned in the past. I watch every meeting. It was mentioned. So I'm just bringing this to the council's attention, just knowing that's the reason that I'm not doing anything else. Now, on the other hand, my attorney has also advised me. So here's going to be this.
I thought he was coming, Josh, by the way.
He's not gonna make it. I tried to have him here with me, but let me see that. Did it give you? Yep. Is it the same sheet? Nope. So it goes together.
I apologize. I thought Todd would be here tonight too because he can't come to the next meeting.
This has some other paperwork in it. This is the paperwork I've already given you, so it's just stapled together. They just go together. I mean, you need just one. This paper's in the front pages. So you already have the others. So this is the report from my engineer. There's two different lines in there that I wanted to make apparent. The first line is the engineer's report as what was caused as far as fault. The second page is going to talk about what has been recommended to be done by the neighboring building. However, since it's been 9 months, we've been told that we're waiting on insurance process, but we're all adults and we know there's not an insurance company out there that takes 9 months to settle on something. I've
Oh,
never
sure
heard of
does.
that.
I just got a bill 2 years after the fact for medical, so that I wouldn't go with.
But not for homeowners insurance. I've never heard of that. Everybody has a roof problem, they get it settled and paid for pretty quickly.
Whose insurance company, yours or somebody else's?
Hers.
Okay, what has Todd told us several times?
So, but here's my point. My point is the attorney said that and I'm a real estate attorney, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draft up a letter. I'm going to send it to them, and that will be a legal notice. And I'm going to give them 90 days to do what the engineer has suggested us to do. Then that serves as a legal notice is what I'm being advised by my attorney. And then I can proceed. I just need your guys' approval to lift the cease and desist, because the city's been told me several times the city doesn't want to be involved. That's fine. But as far as I'm concerned, the only reason the cease and desist hasn't been lifted is because you guys wanted to hear back from insurances. What are we waiting for?
We need qualified recommendation that you can proceed safely with the demolition of your building.
That report says how to do that.
And that has not been done, correct?
Correct.
So then we cannot lift that cease and desist.
So what am I going to do if they never do that on their building?
I don't think that's the intention. They are working on their side. I have gotten an update from them that it
Well, they won't update
genuinely
me.
is not something that we can. I think they've told you to talk to their lawyer.
Yeah, and he won't tell me nothing either. Nobody will. It's all been hush and hush for me. Nobody wants to keep me up, and that's what's sad, because everything that I've had to do, everyone wanted to know every little detail.
I think
It's
your
a-
lawyer
it's a
needs to get
different-
involved in that then.
In this scenario, we cannot intervene between the two owners of those buildings in the sense of insurance and your lawyers. There's nothing that the city can do at this point in time to hasten this process. We cannot make them just suddenly fix something, especially if they are struggling with insurance.
That's
or
what the legal notice is
contractors.
for.
I am still speaking, so try to let me finish. I understand that you're frustrated by the delay in it. I cannot speak for them.
I agree.
Okay, so you're gonna have to take your lawyer and go to their lawyer and have that conversation. But at this time, the city cannot grant that to move forward. As far as we're concerned, the cease and desist remains until we can be assured that it can move forward successfully and without further damage. This is something Todd, I think, has repeatedly said that we cannot do that process for you.
That's okay. So when it comes down to it, there's this such thing as a law called takings, and I advise you all to look into it. And
That's
then my
Very
attorneys,
broad
my-
takings.
yes, it's called the takings law. It's basically where cities are obligated on certain things. I don't know. I'm not an attorney. I'm just telling you what my attorney told me. So if the city doesn't want to lift the cease and desist order, then my attorney will be involved with it on the city side. That's how that topic's going to go, and that's all I can say on it because I don't have any information on it. I was just telling you what he told me. Secondly, as far as the fence goes, I don't mind moving the fence. So that's not the problem. The problem is you guys, for one, told me to put the fence. Fine, no big deal. Now you're telling me to move the fence back to the other side of the sidewalk. It's also fine, but at that point, who assumes liability? We all know that there's probably a chance that the wall could fall, but there's a chance, it's bigger chance that it won't fall. The chance is still there. There's no support on the backside of it. I don't know if any of you have looked. There's zero support holding that wall up. There's a plate going across, but it's not attached to anything. It's just sitting there. So
Okay.
essentially that wall has a top half and a bottom half. The plate goes right here at the top of the opening for the garage door. It goes across this way. So, and it's where it connects to this side towards City Hall side, it's already buckled right at the plate, about 3 inches. So if I move the fence in, because you guys are telling me to, who takes liability when people are parked out there and the wall falls down?
That's a lawyer question, but
Because at that point,
it's the same as if you're walking down the street and any kind of damage comes off a building, basically.
well, I agree. It would be the homeowners or the building's owner's responsibility at that point because they didn't take care of their building to make sure that didn't happen. However, if I'm doing the precautions as of now, having the fence there, I don't want the fence there any more than you guys do. It costs me money.
I know.
Okay. But I refuse to accept the liability when I move it in and something happens.
Would you compromise and move it at least up onto the sidewalk so that
The reason it's there is because when the fencing company came out and put it there, I had them measure the wall itself. So they put it in a specific spot. So if the whole wall fell down together, the fence is going to be at the end of it. If I move it in, it's going to crush the fence and whatever vehicle or person is on the other side of that fence. At this point, I don't mean to interrupt, Clay, but at this point, again, that brings me to my question: who accepts responsibility at that point? Because I tried to have the fence in a safe position to shield danger, and you guys are asking me to bring it in. And so if I listen to you and God forbid something happens, then what?
Especially considering we're the ones who are stopping him from working effectively.
I think the point of the fence initially
With the
was
cease and desist, we're stopping him there. Yeah.
the actual demo was occurring at that time.
Insurance companies, what's holding them up. There's no doubt in my
You
mind.
can go back and look at the minutes. When I asked for approval for the fence, I asked for
Since we've got our
approval
name in
because
something
that wall, after I was
tied to
done
it,
removing
that's what
stuff
gives
back
us
there,
liability on this.
there's no support.
Whether it's a lot of
So I was
liability
afraid
or
the
not
wall was
doesn't
going to
matter.
fall. That was the reason for asking for the
Right now,
fence.
if the insurance resolves tomorrow and we don't remove the cease and desist, then we're holding it up. And we're stopping him from maintaining the facility. I don't think we should lift the cease and desist yet. I think, and it wasn't a council decision to put it on anyway. So if you get an answer from the insurance, all of that's resolved, Annie can remove the cease and desist at any point she wants. Because it was from the mayor and the public officer. So as far as
And
I'm
Todd
concerned,
is the
when
one
she's
that
ready.
approved us to
Yeah.
what we typed up.
Right.
And what I was going to say is that I was under the impression Todd was going to be here.
Yeah.
So that's unfortunate.
It was too.
I sent him what I think is the correct stuff regarding this. It's in the building code, whatever 97, whatever the one is that we've approved. Anyway, it actually gives very specifically where it should be. But I wanted him to look at that. So it's in from where it is now. It's closer to your building.
Then where it should be.
Well, no,
Per the code.
Per the code, it can be closer if I'm reading that right. But I wanted him to. So I sent it to him. So I'm sure we'll hear from him. So
Sure.
We'll evaluate it then.
So yeah, I just wanted to come in and give you my piece on the fence and everything else that I presented to you. So is there any more questions or comments or anything you want from me?
Have your attorney poke their attorney and just, if you can, let us know what you're.
And I will say, you said you watched the last meeting. Todd stated what it was, and he said to move it into the front. So that could be exactly what you're going to be told at the next time and have to do. Because Todd already knows the situation.
Yeah.
He already gave approval on it. He signed off on it. No liability. And so we're going to have to go with our lawyer, and he's already said that once. Twice. So we're going to give it another go at the next meeting. I'm sure he's probably going to say the same thing.
And if
So
he does, it's on camera. So that way, if something happens, just be aware, because I refuse to accept liability at this point. That's how it goes.
He will know what's the best decision for us. And so that's what we will take. But that will buy you, 2 more weeks. So
The meeting that I watched last time, the comment was made about, he had asked, well, is there any danger of the wall falling? And everyone said, well, I don't think the wall's going to fall. I don't think the wall's going to fall. But that wall ain't falling. And then he made his comment, what you're explaining, based off those statements. Nobody here is an engineer as well as me, but I have the report. It's common sense. There's no support on the backside of that wall at all.
you have the
This
report.
report doesn't.
I didn't give you the whole report, but I do have the report, and you guys do too.
yeah.
Because when it came out,
In the past.
I don't think.
I
any of
do
the
remember
reports say
seeing a
anything
report
about the support on the
before
front.
saying that it was not a problem and an issue. And that was 6 months last summer.
so when we had
I had to
the
give a trust.
I don't remember. Yeah.
when we had the initial report done, it had not quite fallen as far as it has now. The engineer told me and Annie both that he could not safely go to the backside of that wall and see how it's attached to give us instructions on, because at that time I was thinking about taking the wall down. And He couldn't give us clear instructions on how to remove that wall, so I asked him to give me instructions on how to keep the wall. And the report that you all had got the last time, that part's in there. Since then,
Because that was the braces, right?
yes, temporary.
Remember that.
That
Temporary
was
braces
that would have
into
been
the sidewalk.
temporary until we supported it on the backside sufficiently. But since then, it has fallen again, not causing any more damage on this side, but it has fallen again and completely separated itself from that front wall. You can go back there and look. You'll see it's separated from these buildings and it's separated from the front wall. There's no support anymore. So my worry is I would hate to get a phone call because somebody is sitting in their car taking a lunch break or something and the wall fell on them. And I'm like, well, that wouldn't have happened if I didn't have to move the fence in. That's my standpoint on it. You guys do what you want. If you want me to move the fence, I'll move the fence. But I'm just saying I'm not taking responsibility for it.
I think you've made your case, and Todd will be at the next meeting. So
Sure.
if you would
Thank
bring
you.
your
I
lawyer,
think
I think
you'll
he's
be
gonna
Next,
miss
the
it.
meeting after next.
He's gonna miss the meeting.
yeah.
I'll see if he can come to the first one on the following month.
Sure. Yeah, I think you'll be here next one. That's really.
Yeah, I think he
supposed
has
to come
something
tonight.
going
Yeah.
So that's
Can
all
I ask you a question while you're
Sure.
here? Have you removed your construction material from our tree dumps?
I have not. It goes right here. So that's
It
Where-
should not have been put in there, and it needs to be removed.
I agree, but it was approved to be put there at the time being. And as far as I'm concerned, had this not been held up, it would have already been moved and put
Well,
in.
2 weeks or 10 months, doesn't matter, shouldn't have any construction material in it, and they do inspect our tree dump to make sure it does not have construction material in it, and it currently does.
Except that we looked in the code and Lisa at the time called the people that do come and inspect and they told us that that was fine to be there.
I've never been told that.
So do you remember that, Sally?
She mentioned it, but I don't know exactly what happened to
What,
that form.
it's asphalt, isn't it?
It's concrete. It's concrete millings.
If they find a board with a nail in it, they
It can't be.
absolutely right.
You can't have a board with a nail in it coming from tearing up a road.
No, I'm saying the tree dump for construction material. If they find even a board with like a milled board with a nail in it, that's considered construction material. So
I agree.
I'd have to be
Well,
shown that myself.
before I put it there, we had already, like I said, they had already called, the clerk at the time had already called. to make sure it
That's
was
you
okay.
and Terry and Lisa. I
So,
have nothing to do with it, to be honest, Josh.
That's the
it was
reason they got
already
approved to be
approved.
put there at that time.
They used to write
I
you up
think
for
it was
anything.
just
that
saying
tree
you were
limbs out there. I
aware
don't know what the deal is now.
Of the situation.
Not
Part
just
of
the
it.
town, but
I-
aware of one, but I don't know what it said.
I did bring it up to the mayor at that time while you were in a meeting and you were told to remove it then.
Me?
Mm.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
And he did not say anything like that to me during that meeting.
Okay.
It
Sure.
was towards the end of last year, probably 2 months after you did that, maybe less. Maybe it was right after you did it. So, okay.
Thanks for
That's it.
coming in.
Yep.
Thanks for instruction.
Thank you.
I'll have to go back.
And we're on to the EMC insurance renewal packet, which I didn't have her print again. Hopefully you guys have it. If you need it, I've got 2 copies. Did you guys have a chance to review that? Needs. I'm talking about the EMC, the one that's due, sorry, not due April 1st. It's the April 1st renewal quote.
Mhm.
We are in March, never mind. It is due April 1st. My brain's starting to shut down.
I have a couple of questions on this. We've got, and I know it's not a significant amount in the overall scheme of things, it's just one of the deals. We've got vehicles insured that are sitting down the lot, sitting there rusting down. Why don't we sell those things?
Jason, why don't we sell those things?
We're actually in the process of doing that. I know several of them have been removed from the insurance already. So this list isn't all of those vehicles that are sitting down there. It is a few of them.
There's 02 Chevy and a 2000 Ford both on here, but they just got liability only. Like I say, it's not a major
Yeah,
factor.
they were dropped down pretty low just
Yeah.
just until we do sell them. Those two specifically. And I think that the 2,500, there was another one. They dropped it down to minimum insurance
Yeah.
Well, you
for
would-
that reason. While we're in the process of figuring out what all we're going to get rid of, and I just need to get back into that. I just haven't worked on it in a while.
So you're in charge of that?
More or less,
Okay. Well, you off next Friday?
I am.
That'd be a good job.
Actually, I'm learning about some purple wave stuff right now. Because we're doing a bunch of that at the county right now, so I'm kind of using that as a learning experience, so to help me along with this process now. Because I was kind of going into it blind previously.
Oh, let me know how that works, because I've always been curious how much that costs. I'm assuming there's a significant fee.
I have no idea yet. I know we've gotten inspectors are supposed to be coming out this week to look at a couple of trucks for the county that we're auctioning off, and I plan on picking their brains.
And the reason I'm saying that is if,
What's that?
It's $100 an item. No
That's
matter how big or small.
It's not a
I think
percentage fee?
Nope.
Wow.
that's it, just 100.
You could sell this piece of paper and it would cost you $100 no matter what you sell it for.
Because I was gonna say, if it costs $500, we'd be better off just hauling them to the scrapyard.
right. But I know we have some trailers. We have the vehicles. I think most of them run still.
The boat.
I think
The
anything
boat.
insured is what runs.
Yeah.
Like, we're not insuring anything that's broken down.
I don't think the boat runs.
Wow, is that boat still on there? Jeez.
The boat doesn't run. It hasn't ran.
But it is in work, and that's why those are.
And we've been trying to sell the boat before Jason.
Yeah.
Is that the police boat?
That's the old boat that we've had. And like, I would like it gone tomorrow. You want to buy it for $100? Let's get it.
Save us a fee. I'd like to sell all that stuff and buy us a pontoon for our lake boat.
That'd be a good idea. But you can't hardly give a boat away that don't have a motor. Nobody
It's got a motor, it just doesn't run.
Exact same difference.
Public auction for this city.
I think that's the
Or
way
we
we
could
had initially
use
talked
one of
about
those
doing it,
trailers
but that may
and
still
haul it
happen.
to the junk.
Just leave them
To
all.
see if anybody local wants to
Be
buy it.
careful on multiple conversations, because
And
she's
then-
watching this on recording. It's not gonna be easy for her to track.
So I think we would still like to have a local public auction for people that anybody wants to buy something the city's got. And then the rest probably go on Purple Wave just to get rid of them. But it is in work.
Sell them all.
Well, yeah.
Local. Nothing like a good auction.
We talked about doing like a silent auction, just come in and write down a number and give it to Becky. And
So back to this thing. So the total annual premium is $59,436.
Correct.
is up about what?
It
It says
was,
total annual premium, $59,436.
there, is it handwritten on there? It's up like
55 to
3,000.
8. $3,400, $3,500.
Yeah.
36.
Bottom says right here, annual
Yeah.
premium.
Yeah, handwritten. Does yours have the handwritten on it?
That's last
So
year.
it's
That's last year.
Yeah,
That's
that's
how
what I'm
much
saying.
it went up.
we're up about $3,500 from last year.
Yeah.
$3,600.
Yeah.
Which, for as much as on here, that's not bad.
So at the last meeting, I'm recollecting that somebody was going to talk to Mike about paying about
I will talk
getting
to him
the
this week.
insurance thing paid, so we don't have to pay that extra amount for him anymore. Did anybody do that?
I will talk to him this week. No, I have not had a chance to talk to him yet.
We've paid the initial part of that.
We
but
just did a
haven't paid the
3-month
rest of it. The rest
portion.
of it's not included in this total.
That's not on this.
None of that is in this at
Yeah,
all.
that's not on this part for tonight.
So we're not discussing that portion.
No, I just wanted to clarify from what I was saying because I thought
No.
somebody was supposed to talk to him before we had to pay it again.
It's 3 months payment, so I have 3 months to sort it out.
So we just need
I
an
think he
approval on
needs to
this
sort it
quote.
out.
Right. I think.
Is that all we're looking for? We just need your approval for this quote.
Yeah, so if you guys are good on this one,
I will move to accept this bid for insurance for $59,436 annual premium.
William C.
A second.
Have a motion by Jason, second by Joe to approve the EMC Flint Hills Agency bid for $59,436 renewal for 2026 to 27. All in favor? Unanimous.
Oh, the water tower fence.
Too late. That one could not be tabled. It's over. They will get some barbed wire and try to shore it up as much as they can. They have already cut all the other fence down, so sorry.
So,
That's me.
either way, does that still come off of is it part of the maintenance?
I mean, it's just sort of like some barbed wire. It's not going to
Yeah.
be more than, no, it won't probably be charged like that because basically there's a fund for maintenance and repair. And that's what he was pitching to take that fence, that 7,500 out of. Like, if we're talking barbed wire, we're not spending more than $100, I would think. Is it more than that? I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't done a fence for a while. It's just that square,
Yeah, barbed wire's not cheap anymore.
Nope.
and it was all fed into the same fence line from the way it looked when I drove by, so it is now sagging pretty badly. So they're gonna have to re-string it.
How do you-
So it's you can't tighten it because I know like just fixing my own fence out of the farm, it sags naturally and you have a tightener thing. You hook it up and you tighten. I mean, that's
Well, I'm pretty
I
sure
think
it's got some broken strands on at least the west
nature
side.
of the beast is that it's the length of the fence that makes the tension better, basically. And because this is just 2 or 3 short walls, it can't have the amount of tension that it needs to stay tight. So it's actually done really well for being 28 years old. But I'm sure it fed into the previous fence still, because it looks like there's just loose wire now. And I think they just cut that when they took down the rest.
That wire was 28 years old. I'm surprised it's not brittle.
I don't know the lifeline of a barbed wire fence, but
I just tightened some at the farm that's probably 40.
I'm sure that they have been tightening it.
Probably older than that.
Yeah, I mean,
it takes
just
about,
splice it together.
I think 75 years or so for it to get real brittle.
Right. I mean,
Anyway, we're at the point where the ship has sailed, so we can't do anything about it. He's just gonna try to work it out with barbed wire. Rental lease for the caretaker house. I don't know who put this on the agenda. Did somebody?
Did we get a specific form? I thought that was what we were looking for.
Todd was here at the last meeting and I thought he was getting us an official lease agreement. Right?
I didn't quite understand what was doing. I think he said that with the form I handed out to you guys were supposed to look it up, write it up so he could type it up.
Okay. Now we've got that clarified. We'll do that.
I'll table that till the next meeting.
Probably a month because he's not going to be here next meeting either.
Well,
is he?
Sally,
We might be able to email it to him and he can get it back.
Oh,
to
that'd
us
be all right.
before
Yeah,
then.
maybe that'll work.
I'll
Okay.
second that. Yeah.
Okay.
If
with
not,
Sally pushing it to a month out, I mean, what were you gonna get? I thought we
Well-
talked and you said you might want to get in there and
I was hoping to get in there sooner, but I mean, we
Well-
push it off, we push it off.
You say a month out. We have a meeting the 23rd.
Yeah, if we can
It's
get
just-
it to
if
him.
we can get it to him and he get it back
Sure.
to us. 'cause
It
he's
doesn't
not
have
gonna
to be,
at the-
yeah.
Yeah, in 2 weeks, he wouldn't have to be here then.
We've already approved it, so it doesn't necessarily have to wait for the meeting either.
So you're saying it's okay for me to start moving in?
Well, no, we gotta do the lease agreement. Once we
Right.
get the lease agreement, it doesn't have to come back into before the council.
Now, do you have a problem with me going out there, start working on stuff so it'll be movable? Or do you want to wait until the lease
I'd
is signed?
wait.
Yeah, I
I'd wait.
believe I would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is utilities, all that stuff on?
I know the lights is on. I don't think the water is. You have to ask Becky for sure what's all on.
I have a question about this whole thing, and I've been thinking about this. And this is getting a little bit off subject, I'll tell you right off. On our appropriation ordinances, we paid the county like $3,700 for something, I have no idea what, for property tax. What was that on? Is that house part of that?
I mean, off the top of my head, I couldn't tell you.
I don't know either. I mean, what I'm getting at is if that's involved in it, how much is it? We even gonna recover expenses? That's where I'm coming
Are
from.
you talking last year we paid?
Yeah, I forget just what the actual figure was. It seemed to run in my mind like $3,700 we paid the county for property tax. I didn't think we paid property tax,
What? I don't remember.
but we do. So I don't know what it's on.
I can't give you an answer, Payday. I want to, but I can't.
I know
Not
that.
like off the cuff like that. I would imagine though, if that house is on there, then it would include other properties.
It would include-
like the
Well,
IGA
yeah, it would
building
about
for
have
one,
to.
because we're not using
The
that
shed.
for
Well, there's a shed out there too.
Yeah.
but is that all the land we own, or all the pieces of property that
Is
we
it
own?
Bait
The
shop,
bait shop.
Treatment facility, water
campground.
treatment facility. I don't know.
oh, shelter houses. I mean, I don't know if that
Yeah.
includes all of those, but I would assume if we're paying for one, we're paying for all of that,
I
and that
would-
will be all
I would
together.
assume it would be anything that we're using to
Yes.
generate revenue in that respect, somehow or another. That's just not a dead expense.
Mhm.
It's that I don't know. But anyway,
That's a good question.
I can look into it.
There we go.
Okay, we will sort out a contract. Okay, so I did get a bid for the Go To Connect phone.
This is the VoIP
And-
phone that he was talking about.
VoIP, yeah. Voice over internet. We had to test her phone for a couple weeks. I don't think Becky had any issues. She was happy to move on. We're already having issues with static on the line. Speaking of voice, I can't talk tonight. So she's already having issues with static anyway, so anything would be an improvement at this point. But I don't think we've had any issues during the test phase. It was an extra phone number, so she would have had to go out of her way to use it. So it's kind of a pain to test. But this quote has 3 phones. That Cisco ATA is allowing you to fax over the internet, basically, so she could actually fax straight from her email at that point. That's the one-time charge. Actually, I'm so sorry I didn't get the whole bid on there. I thought that had everything. There's a conference phone. Let me pull this up. And then that bottom section is what we would be charged monthly. And if I remember off the top of my head from Becky, and she can holler at me, we pay about $800 a month on phone between the buildings. So I swear this is not what I saved.
So we have an initial investment of around $1,100.
Yeah, so $1,120 is that upfront, and it's way more than that. I don't know why it's not showing. And then the monthly charges is actually like $228, I think.
Not the 192.
Yeah, I don't know why it says that. I thought I had that right stuff.
so is this in lieu of all of the Brightspeed stuff we have?
It wouldn't take over internet, of course. It would kick out the phone system that we have currently. So
It
all
would do what
phones,
now?
the phone system. Yeah,
would
what they're
replace-
providing
It
for
would
us right now.
use-
It wouldn't
Or
replace
use
Brightspeed.
Brightspeed.
It would use Brightspeed internet for our phone system,
Correct.
Not the phone.
but not the
Oh.
phone. So the
Yeah, so
$800
not-
phone system we have that doesn't work right could
We
go
would
away.
drop.
But you're still gonna pay internet through Brightspeed.
Right.
Correct.
Over
We,
and above
we have to
this.
do that anyway.
Yeah.
Now, will the internet be more, well, obviously it shouldn't be.
Which isn't part of that $800 bid, is it?
No. Well,
Do they offer like a combo deal that,
There's a question.
we'd have to go look at it again. Sorry, what were you saying, Joe?
well, I wouldn't imagine that it would be, the $572 difference. But a lot of companies will say, if you have our phone service and our internet, we'll give you the bundled price of. But I don't
This
know.
is $25 per phone per month, so it's already significantly less. Yes.
So this would be here, down at the shop, out the bait house, and that
So,
water
yeah,
plant,
I mean-
all of them.
Go through. Okay, there is a one-time implementation fee. It's only like $50. Voice number, port connection, there's a fee. One conference phone, which would go right here. So anytime we do have somebody that has to call in, that would actually be. We do not have Brightspeed internet for the city hall. We have Mercury, sorry.
Which we don't pay
Lisa's
for,
correcting me.
right?
No, I think we pay for it here. It's the bonus lines we don't pay for.
Which is,
I don't see how they could give us this one free. It's like a hard line, I would think, but I don't know. I'm not looking at
because I
the thing
thought
right
that
now. We do get the park, and then we had the one at the lake. I'm pretty sure was one of the frees, but I thought there were only 3. Is there
yes,
3?
there's 3 for the use of our
So
tower.
if this is counted as a free, then we're getting a really good deal out of it but I don't think that's free.
So
I think
we
we're
have
paying
Mercury
for it.
Wireless here, but we're gonna change to Brightspeed Internet to accommodate these phones.
We are not changing internet service at all,
Okay,
period.
so where's the Brightspeed Internet come in?
It doesn't.
It doesn't?
No, this would be, I'm sorry, this would be over Mercury's internet.
Oh, okay, all right, I'm getting confused.
I was too.
Okay, so it does a conference phone. Then there is 2 phones with handset and 3 phones, just regular power supply. So like Mike's desk, back desk, and then I think the water plant, and then there's probably, I don't know if there's one at the maintenance shop still. Yeah, I think so.
Jim, is there one at the maintenance shop? Yeah.
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 So it covers all those plus a new conference phone, which conference speaker works a lot better than speakerphone when you're doing it.
And we can keep our existing numbers.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I want to say there's a toll free, but I'm not seeing. Hold on.
Is this one line or will we have party or two lines here at the?
You would have so it's not just the one line because we're sitting on one line with no call waiting. So you would have extensions.
Good.
There's also ways to take this and you can forward your extension to a cell phone. So it's an app that goes on your phone. So stuff like Mike could potentially forward his extension to his cell phone instead of giving out his own phone number. He could give out the number plus the extension and it'll go directly to whatever he's sending it to. That's just an example. I thought there was a toll-free number bid as well, but I'm not seeing that one. But yeah, the total monthly amount would be $228.75.
After installation.
That's our monthly fee,
So what was the,
and we get two free months with installation first year.
so what was the total cost of the installation?
So that would be that
So it is the
1,120.18. Yeah, that's correct.
Okay.
The only thing I guess I was missing that ATA. Standard DID. I'm trying to see if there's a toll-free number included here because it was on my original bid.
So, I mean, just the installation, we pretty much,
We could suck up in a month.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, because I mean, we're getting 2 free months as well. So,
We do have to have a toll-free number for the gas line, KCC gas line emergency. So however we do that, we'll have to make sure that stays, but I'm pretty sure that's separate from what we pay for right now anyway. So either we'll be able to transition to another toll-free with this, or we'll continue using the one we have.
Hopefully we keep the one we have, otherwise we have to change about the signs.
No, I think you can, transfer the number.
Yeah.
I just need
Oh,
a
yeah.
cheaper version.
Yes.
Who's the toll free through now? Brightspeed?
I'd have to ask Becky for that. I think
Usually
it's separate. I think it's separate.
I think it's hard.
Really?
Sometimes it is.
Only
No, I don't
ones
think
I've
we
ever
paid that
been
bill.
associated with, which is one of my own and some company stuff. They were always a separate billing for the 800 number.
Yeah, it's on this one.
yeah, last one.
No, not with me.
And they did give us 3 free phones with this bid, so there's actually.
We already sent that phone bill in. It's that first one on appropriations this month, I think. I remember signing a check for it.
I think it's gone.
No, that's Evergy. I'm sorry. I got that wrong. Never mind.
I don't think we've paid it yet this month.
I think that bill's like $800 and something a month for Brightspeed now, isn't it?
Yeah, we do pay for some internet. I think it's Mercury here and Brightspeed at the other.
All the other locations.
I don't know any of those internet details. I wasn't changing that.
Well, our return on investment is very quick.
Oh, yeah.
There's.
Yep.
I mean, if this,
Compared to 9,600 is a good deal.
Yeah.
Right?
Even if we're still paying internet on that portion, it will significantly drop. My phone is $50 at my own house right now. I wish I could give it up, to be honest.
Mine's 15.
Well then. Mine's as much as my internet, which is ridiculous. But this is just an option too if you guys don't want to go through voice over internet. But I will say that here it seems to be a struggle. Like, they're getting rid of the older ways, and that's kind of why people are starting to have problems with the lines because they're stopping repair. So, and I'm not trying to rush anything. This is just one of the options. So if you guys want me to go back and make sure on everything, I can do that. I can do comparable numbers. I'm not
Looks like
rushing
a pretty
it.
good deal to me.
Okay.
I don't know what the rest of you think.
This is definitely not my own spin. I'm just trying to solve a bad phone system, and Lisa was trying to solve it 6 months ago. It's been an ongoing issue.
Move that we go forward with the go-to Connect home quote.
Second.
Okay, motion by Joe to accept this quote, second by Payday. All in favor. Okay, unanimous. I will find out about the toll free and report back to you guys on that one. All right, mayor and council concerns or comments.
Before we go into executive session, I want to just touch bases on something. Told you at the last meeting that Clay and I looked at that, I'm gonna call it the Buttercrest building, and decided we should have an engineer look at it. Got a name from our, Ben Kramer. He gave it to me. I called him. They never called me back. So I waited and I called them. They never called me back. So then I got this information, I guess you should say, on the Josh Cott thing building over here. Well, it's the same company that's involved in that. So I called them back today and told them, look, I had to leave another message. This is not the same building you're already involved in. It's another building, and would you please call me back? Still nothing. So I don't know if we're going to make contact with these people or not.
When we first started talking about that, I had thought that it would be a good idea. Did you reach out to John King or to Ladine Allen, who own those buildings? Because
no, not yet, because
an engineer will have to go inside of them. They're going to have to get permission from those owners to go inside, right?
I was just concerned with getting a cost on it, or if they could do it, if we needed to talk to somebody else, just initial steps first, Brett, and we'd go there. That's what we were talking. Yeah.
I just don't want to upset them.
I wouldn't walk in that building. You look to the back of it. Don't want to go upstairs.
Look, I think Ladine has stuff upstairs. She was in the meeting once talking about going up there and getting stuff out. So maybe you should suggest to her that you don't think that.
I think there's actually 3 owners, because somebody owns the upstairs and somebody owns the downstairs, and then King's own one side of it.
Well, King,
I think he bought the bottom part of the other one, my understanding.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it was Chris Breeden and BJ Johnston that have owned it for years. And then recently, so all of what it has been Chris and BJ Johnston, and then he bought it last year, I believe, from them. So it really hasn't he bought it in the shape that it was in from Chris and BJ Johnston is what I'm trying to say. Mm-hmm. And then Ladine owns the top of it.
Right.
And he also owns the other side too, which you said.
Okay, so we're still at a standstill on anything.
Just trying to get a price, and if they can do it, or find somebody that can do it, and then we'll go through to contacting them. Is kind of what we was thinking, but haven't been able to do anything with it so far. Anyway, okay, thank you.
Any other council concerns?
Yeah, I did. So I brought this up before, and I've never had really good luck of actually getting it done. Pieces of it, yes, but I was going to take pictures of the streets and the curbs and stuff. You can probably talk a little bit of it because it's really bad in your area of town as far as the washing out of the curbs need to be cleaned so that it's not, I mean, do you want to speak a little bit on it? Of what you've seen or whatever
With
the curbs, the street curbs.
Are you talking about the curb itself being washed out or the debris?
The debris. So the debris needs to be cleaned, especially from Lake Hill down on all sections of town. Badly. I mean, it's washing stuff. It's dirt. It washes it clear down to the park, clear down to everywhere else. I mean, the streets need to be swept and cleaned. All of it. I mean, they need to be cleaned completely out.
So I have a question because I suggested, I think 6 months ago, that we use the street sweeper, and I was told that that wouldn't solve our problem.
The street sweeper will only get so far to the curb, and the rest is going to have to be physical labor to clean it.
Okay, so you're just saying we could still use it, but we're gonna have to get out, shovel, sweep.
Right. Kind of like what Daryl does.
Okay.
One of
I
the
did that
issues with
before.
that sweeper that they have now or was in the past, it creates so much dust and there's no cabs on them thing, they can't even see to do it.
Well, we
So-
bought an extension for the uniloader. And so the problem is that the tire's set out and the thing is in this far, so it can't get up next to the curb. So it leaves about this much, which then is going to have to be swept
No, I
or
understand
scooped
totally
out
what
by
you're
hand.
saying. Yeah.
But before we start getting all the rains in the spring and stuff, like I would like to see that happen in the next month, 2 months at the very least. Like, I mean, it's been in desperate need for years and we've talked about it. It's been done in pieces, but it's never been done fully. And it will tremendously help the flow of water in front of people's houses and everywhere else if we can get that done. And if the water drains can get cleaned at the same time, that would be amazing as well, because we have a problem with the park. When it runs over, it floods. If we get too much rain, it floods over and runs into our sign that we have. I mean, I have pictures of it.
The sewer itself, you want?
No, the water that comes down.
Rainwater runoff. Is
Rainwater.
what it's
What can
talking
they
about.
actually clean outside the curbs? Like, they can't get into
The gutters.
The gutters.
The gutters where the water flows down into the drains is what he's talking about.
Okay.
So let me ask you something.
Yes.
Do you think cleaning those curbs is gonna stop that water from running down and being too much to go through that place right there on the park?
No, I think the water drains being cleaned out is going to let more water flow into the drains to not be flooding up over the curb into the park. One, and
I mean,
then
is there drains? I'm trying to, I know what you're saying, but is there drains up the hill?
there are drains up the hill. So if you go up to the top of Lake Hill, Butch and Mary Boyles, across the street where that house burned down, that drain is in desperate need of being cleaned out.
Okay.
DeVader is supposed to give us a bid last year, but he requested that that it be cleaned out so that he could see what he was bidding. It still needs to be cleaned out.
But you're saying the drain itself needs to be cleaned out.
Yes. And the curbs as well. I mean, if you just drive the streets, you're going to obviously see what I'm saying, because we had a lot of rain and all that debris is washing across the road and people are running over it right now as we speak.
It
Joe.
sounds to me like that there's pipes under the ground there, under the highway or under the easement, and they're probably totally plugged up. I would guess.
They're not as plugged up as one would think. Yes, I mean, but the drain where so where the curb is and the drain starts and the water would flow into that drain to get in there, that is
It's dirty.
and parts that is covered with mud,
Okay.
grass.
I walk the
They
streets,
got,
I see the
they got a
drains.
kind of
I
a
don't-
reservoir thing down in there and they fill up. And that's
But
what
they
you're
need to
talking
be able
about.
to get in there. The water needs to be able to flow in there, and it's not being able to get there.
One of the issues with the park drainage systems itself is that they have two flat bridges sitting in them. So there is literally debris getting stuck and that's just dirt, leaves, and whatever.
So do we need a better
We've-
piece of equipment?
We need the bridges replaced, which is what we're working on. I don't know that we have the funding to do it this year, but we're trying.
Well, that'll take care of the park issue, but do we need
But-
just a better piece of equipment that'll get us up into the gutters and the curbs?
I think the majority of the time it works appropriately. It's that when you get those big floods, it starts to be an issue. But everybody's got a problem when there's like a flood like that. And we did have one in the last, at least 10 years, but 2018, or is that the drought? I can't remember what year.
The biggest issue here is you're never gonna stop if you get too much water from running downhill. But all that dirt and residue and leaves and all that crap, sitting around, excuse me, stuff,
Yeah.
sitting around that curbs, it freezes and thaws and it deteriorates the curbing really bad.
Mhm.
Well, I'll definitely talk to all the guys this week and see what we can do for a game plan on cleaning up gutters. I will say it's just now getting weather appropriate to be doing that. In my opinion, it's been up and down really bad. So I also think we'll start working on road
Could we
patches.
put a time frame on this, please?
I don't
Like
have enough information to
a
give you a
month
time
to
frame.
two for me
It's fine.
is an appropriate amount of time to get it done. And it can be done when they have time and moving in and stuff. But I mean, 2 months, we're not that big of a town, not that many blocks. It's not going to take that much to do it. Yes, it's going to take some physical labor. I'm sorry about that, but that's what needs to be done to
Okay.
get it cleaned right.
Well, I just said I'll talk to him.
Okay.
Well,
Will you get back to us at the next meeting about it?
sure.
Okay.
Yes. Why would I not?
And what's Mission Valley going to?
They're doing a cleanup day. They do every year. The entire high school comes out. I think that's April 10th. Do you remember the date?
April 10th.
I think that's right. Yeah. So I'm mostly for businesses, and then they'll do the park. And I think they've done some personal houses before, but I don't think they're doing that again because of just liability and issues. No power tools, no dangerous work, mostly cleaning, and like they do the windows for the bank. And they've done some display for the library, stuff like that. They just pick up
You said
trash for the
April-
library. I believe April 10th,
April
but I'm
10th.
going off the top of my head.
I think Sammy Logan emailed us. Didn't we get an
I
email?
thought I saw
Yeah, I
something.
can't remember if I set somebody up to do it or not, but I'll be at work. So.
And can we do something in conjunction with them? I mean, they're coming. Can we
It's a
do
weekday is the
Oh.
problem, yeah, because it's the school itself. They just come and clean up in the morning.
Did we also decide on a dumpster time? I remember us briefly talking about it, but like, did we nail that down? It's because it is getting into that season.
Actually, honestly, you already got people using the dumpster out here.
Well, do you want to do it that same week then?
Yeah.
Around the
Do our
6th of April?
our spring cleanup dumpster.
When is
Yeah, we can
actually,
roll
when is
back.
Easter? Hold on. Easter's like the 5th, isn't it?
Yes.
We should
Yeah.
do it the week before that then, at least.
Did you do? How many weeks did you do it? You did it for
Last year we did it longer than we'd done it before, which was a month.
a month. Okay.
But we also had problems with the dumpster getting full in 2 days, and then it sat there for 5 or 6 days before they could come get us another dumpster.
Okay.
And that's not our fault. I mean,
Right.
that's maybe not even their
And they
fault.
got
No,
used. I
they
mean,
come when
obviously
they
they got
can.
used if it got filled that quick. So
Who do you get the dumpsters from?
Who is the? I can't remember.
McFarland. The guy from McFarland.
Oh,
Who did your building?
I don't know.
Right, who did it's the same guy that did the building.
Yeah,
yours
and
over.
she just left, and she would be able to tell you the name.
Yeah.
I meant to ask her the name.
I
because they
just,
left
it doesn't matter. I
today.
just wanted it, smaller companies, if you get a bigger company, they'd have more access to dumpsters is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
And I was
Didn't you have
also-
Manhattan a couple years ago?
to add to that, I was reading back through some old minutes, like 2016, 2015, around there. And I don't know why we stopped. I would have been on the council and I can't recollect why we stopped this practice, but there was like a cleanup weekend where people came and they put brush and stuff at the curbs. And then the city guys went around and picked up that brush.
Used to do that fairly regular.
Right.
Yeah.
So that would be a great thing to also do so that people that don't have a way to, I mean, they can trim their brush and stuff, but they don't have a way to haul it to the dump, that we would be picking it up for them again. I don't know why we stopped that practice, but I think,
they have done it recently in the last 5 years, but I don't remember exact dates. So you guys want to do it the end of March here, then like the week of the 29th? It'll get that first week, and then Easter's that weekend. So we clean up the park before.
1 week or 2.
I'm with
1 week, I don't think is, I think 2 weeks.
That's
Yeah.
where I was going.
Yeah.
all right.
Oh, I think it's just a matter of when they can drop it off, and if Becky can let us know. But we can shoot for the March 30th through the 13th of April.
There you go.
shoot for that, and then whatever they have available, we make that work.
And if I could make one more suggestion with that, if we had Sally make a flyer, and on the flyer, it lists what do not put in there.
Oh, what do not, yeah.
Because we always have an
Because
issue.
I had to have Barry come and help me move something. No,
Was there
last-
tires or something?
Oh, I took those out myself. No, there was something else.
Is there a way we could just post a sign at the dumpster?
No,
Just
that's
something we
also-
can stick there and
Probably.
know, and there's a list of things that you can't put in.
It's only like 2 things.
Hopefully we can put it
Yeah, it's
right
not a
here. I mean,
I don't think we
remember,
can put like microwaves because of whatever. Right? Is it microwaves?
microwaves can go. You can't do air conditioners, anything with freon in it.
Yeah.
You cannot do those. You cannot do tires. You
They're
can't
expensive
do
fines when you crush them.
Chemical.
chemicals. And, yeah, batteries.
Paint you can drop off at the county.
Paint, if you dry out, by the way, is fine. The
Yeah.
bucket itself. Okay, so dumpster. If we can make a flyer as like a community cleanup, that would be great. If you want me to make it, I'll make it.
No, I
Community- so community
I thought it was
cleanup,
something
March
else I was
30th
gonna
through
get
April
involved
13th.
to. Let's pick a weekend or something for
All
community
right.
cleanup, because that dumpster is gonna be when it is. Like, it's basically, it shows up and we're like, hey,
Yeah.
it's here. Oh,
Community
shoot.
cleanup the weekend before Easter. Get the town looking
Well, I guess
nice and
let's, we'll probably start it earlier than that then, because what, weekend before.
just make sure I have the right dates.
Yeah, we're have to go back more if we're gonna do the weekend before Easter, because that goes over.
Oh,
So more like March 27th. We change it some more. I don't know that we need a motion on it. We'll just keep going. Anything else? Everybody else?
For council,
Council
concerns, Becky,
concerns.
I got 2 real quick. Has everybody watched that coma training? Have you done that yet?
I haven't because I was tied up that day, but
I just saw the email
then
today.
there's a deal that said it would be on in a week.
It's out now.
Well-
they just sent it out.
Yeah,
yesterday.
they just sent it out, so, yeah.
No worries. But there's one thing that's in there. They said this was a change, and it talks about live streaming meetings. A public body or agency that voluntarily elects to live stream their meeting on television, the internet, or any other medium shall ensure that all aspects of the open meeting are available through this selected medium for the public to observe. What that's getting at is we got to make sure that's on if we're doing it, we got to do it, all of it, start and finish. So that's just something we need to be aware of. So there's that. And the other piece, I saw an email today, and this may be something we can talk later or whatever, but this was in reference to KDHE talking about loans. And there was KDHE said there's a deadline of the 13th of March to get back to them. Have you seen this? It was today.
On what?
She sent it today. Becky sent it today.
I haven't seen that one.
It's just late in the afternoon, and that's where I was like, boy.
They want monthly status updates
Yeah.
on our sewer project.
Monthly.
Monthly.
Oh, is that
Well-
one that said the bid could be extended and probably would extend?
There was a
it
whole
again?
bunch of stuff
Yeah,
in
I
there,
did
but
see that.
the KDHE very specifically said they set a deadline of the 13th. If we didn't get back with them, that they were going to take that funding off.
Really?
Absolutely.
Great.
So, and it looked like there was an email that had come to the city on the 19th of February. And I don't know if we saw that or not. So that's just something we can talk about later or whatever, but obviously put it on your radar because we got to do it pretty quick.
Yeah, I know. I gotta get some stuff done for him. Okay.
Who's even in charge of that now? Because I know Lisa was doing some of that, and I don't think we have anybody on
Well,
it.
on that topic, I would like to have the city pay for me to get a notary and do it myself. Obviously, I'm not going to be paid for any of the work that I'm doing, but I would like to at least have that ready so that I can get those easement signatures going again. We did get about half that, or she got about half that list of signed, the ones that he says are mandatory for us to move forward. I did have a meeting with him about 2 weeks ago to kind of give us an update and talk about what needs to be done. There is still a significant amount of easements that need to be signed, but there's a kind of a must-have list that we need to get through. And one of those he even dropped off in the meeting and said, we'll cross the bridge when we get to it because it's under a literal building. So we're just going to see what we can do, basically. I had questions for him because, we've got a few, some people want appraisals, some people want, have questions about what, if we damage it, are we paying for it? That kind of a thing. They want kind of a response. One of them is like the rodeo grounds, their seating is over it, and it is our property. They haven't actually built a solid structure over it, so they're not violating anything. The problem is those are very large bleachers, and they're concerned that if we move them, or how we're going to move them, if they're damaged, will we help replace them? So those are questions that I'm running into with some of those. But if you guys are okay, I don't know if we need a motion for it or not, I guess, to be safe. I would like to have the city at least pay for the notary stamp and the training so I can do the notary for this stuff so that they don't have to come in here during business hours. I can try to go door to door and get, but that's up to you guys.
I don't have a problem with that.
I don't know why an employee wouldn't be doing it, but I mean, if you're gonna take it on and we're gonna give it to you, that's fine, but I'm not sure.
My biggest concern is it's just complicated to explain, so it's difficult, and then people start asking questions, so I need to have like specifics to come back
What
to
you're talking
council.
about is it
It's not an easy,
consists of a lot of after hours contacts.
yeah, and I don't think Sally really wants to work every evening either.
Well, I never
She-
got notarized either.
Yeah, we asked for that a couple times.
I mean, I was approved, but it never went any farther than me,
Right.
or past me, I guess I
It's a
should
very
say.
minimal
I
cost.
don't,
so,
it's
yeah.
like
Yeah,
$50 or
Yeah.
something.
run with it.
Yeah, if you want a motion,
Save your time.
I'll make a motion.
What? Save my time with you?
Mhm.
I don't know what that means.
I'll elaborate to you later.
Okay.
I'll make a motion that we
Pretty much.
pay for the notary
More.
for the mayor.
Second.
Okay, motion by Clay, seconded by Jason to purchase the notary stamp and anything training wise. Obviously, I'm not being paid. I'm not paid for my work outside this meeting, basically. And I won't be claiming any of it, so. All in favor? Okay. Unanimous. And then, if we want to have her do it, I wanted her to do it 8 months ago, I think, 6 to 8 months ago, and it never happened. And at this point, I feel like she's got a full load with Lake, dog catcher, and the city. Does anybody, I guess Brett, have you heard if Julie got her camper out today? I know it was there as of this morning.
Mhm.
I was hoping she would be.
And Mary Jane never said anything. All she told me was the Jeep.
Well, yeah, her camper's still out
Yeah,
there.
she didn't
She
say
did say
anything
she was
about
gonna
that.
get it soon, and we're now going on 2 weeks from that. That was all I had. All right, if you want that executive, gotta make the motion.
About 10 minutes probably, we'll just tell you where we're at on that. So do an executive session at 9:12. Give people a couple minutes, get out of here, come back at 9:22.
Yeah,
We won't make any decisions afterwards, just information on the personnel and negotiations, basically.
so are you officially making that motion?
Yes,
For the purpose of non-elected personnel.
right, non-elected personnel.
And to return in this
In this
meeting
room.
room.
Yes, that'd be cool. I'll second it.
Motion by Payday, seconded by Jason to go into executive session for 10 minutes for non-elected personnel. Do we have to say that code?
I don't think
To
so.
return in this room at 9:22. Give her a minute to shut off the camera. Oh, I'm sorry. All in favor? 4. All opposed. To Brett. Motion passes.
So do I just, you turn off. All right.
Thank you, ma'am.
I don't know why it says 35 minutes, 24 seconds. It's done now, 69. I have no idea.